Chapter 21. Author's note. Fuck you, okay? You fucking suck. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, okay? Cause that bitch Raven, cause it fuck you preps. 1. Whoops, says Raven, thanks for the help. BTW Transylvania rocks rad. 1. I even got to go to Castle where Dracula was flimed. Later we all went in the skull. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch, he shouted angrily. He stated to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I stated to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Ennaby, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come. He began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys. If you're a homophone, then you can fuck off. And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invincibility coke. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. Then we saw Filth. We saw Filth come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, preppy little poser son of a fucking bitch, Vampire said under his breast in a disgusting way. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filch meow. Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. No. Filth nodded. And then Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. 1. What the? He yelled, but it was too late, because we were already running away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside the school. Draco, I cried, are you okay? I guess so, Draco wept. We went back to our coffins and Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid on the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up and I suddenly had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door and Fug and the mystery of magic walked into the school. 1. Chapter 22. Author's note. STFU. Preps, stop flaming, okay? If you do not lick it, fuck off. I know it's Mr. Norris, it's Raven's fault, okay? 1-1. You suck. 1. No, just kidding, Raven. You Fokieng. Rock, preps suck. 1. All day everyone talks about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pyjamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. How does she know they're standing in front of her if she's got her eyes closed? Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard Way and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed all her cleavage, with a white apron that said bitch and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it, kind of like the dress that I'd seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, who is Jenny, was there too. She was weaving a ripped gothic dress with ripped stuff all over it and a lace-up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out that Darkness, Diabolo, Crab and Goyle's dad was a vampire. Everyone's parents are vampires, you know. He committed suicide. Everyone commits suicide. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists with a razor. He had raped them and stuff before too. They got all so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Stanism. The religion of Stan. Jesus. OMFG, I yielded. as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here? Enderby, something is really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. It's alright, we have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, alright, I said, smiling, but you have to tell me why you're being all erective. I will, he said. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside to the great hall. I looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt. So we put our middle fingers up at her. Inside the great hall we could see Dumbledore, Cornelia, oh dear. Cornelia Fudged was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. Oh Jesus, get a grip. The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students, yelled Cornelia Fudge. Oh. You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is too dangerous. You must retry, or Voldemort will kill your students. Very well, said Dumbledore angrily. But we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is Ebony Darkness, Dementia, Raven Way. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped. Chapter 23. Author's note. De hut, de fuck up, bitches. 1. You're just jealous because I got 10,000 revows. 1. Thanks to Raven for the help and healing me about the books. Girl-oo, rock, let's go shopping together. The door opened and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stomped out angrily. Then Dumbledum and Rumbridge sawed us. Mr. Way, what the beep are you doing? Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore blared at her. Oops, she made a mistake. He corrupted her. She means hi, everybody come in. Well, we all came in angrily, so did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco, and opposite Bloody Mary. Crab and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like Ville Volo. I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. I looked behind me. It was Vampire. He and Draco were shooting at each other. Vampire, Draco, WTF, I asked. You fucking bastard, yelled Draco at Vampire. I want to shit next to her. 1. No, I do, shouted. No, she doesn't fucking like you, you son of a bitch, yelled Draco. No, fuck you, motherfucker. She laves me, not you, shouted Vampire. And then he jumped on Draco. No, not in that way, you perv. They started to fight and beat each other up. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose and was wearing a grey robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Brittany and that fucking prep started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. Voldemort! Ebony, Darth Vader said evilly in his raspy voice, Thou hast failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou, and I shall kill Vampire as well. If thou dost not kill him before then, I shall kill Draco too. Please do not make me kill him, please. I begged. No, he laughed crudely. Kill him or I shall kill him anyway. Then he flew away cackling. I burst into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Suddenly my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning Oh no. I had a vision where I saw some lighting flash and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco while Draco slit his wrists in a depressed way. No, I screamed sexily. Suddenly I locked up and stopped having the vision. Ebony, are you alright? Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said, sadly as I got up. Everything's alright, Eneby, said Vampire, all sensitive. No, it's not, I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. OMFG, what if I'm getting possessed like in The Ring 2? It's okay, girl, said Bloody Mary. Maybe we should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though. She hasn't told her about the visions. Okay, bitch, I said sadly, and then we went.